Hello and welcome to the late night episode of Trap Check. Me and a few of my friends have gathered here today to play a little bit of D&D. Now, the only announcement that we have tonight is sadly we don't have a sponsor video or a little skit tonight, so we're actually just gonna play the intro and jump right into it, unless there's anything else anyone would like to say.
Hi.
Dave?
Well, I've almost got my deck rebuilt, so I know you guys have been waiting for that.
Did you say dick?
Yeah, I didn't hear you at all. You gotta speak up, dude.
Sorry, if I was in two gun, I would totally come back for that. But no, I'm just gonna stick with it's my deck.
Okay.
Sound
Well, I
good.
didn't hear
Okay.
much of that, so I'm just gonna continue moving on.
I
All
heard
right,
that
guys.
you changed the vowel in there.
The dock.
So,
Yeah.
without further ado,
I love
we're
your
just
dog.
gonna roll the intro and we'll see it right after.
Uh-huh.
And welcome back to tonight's episode. Now, last episode, everyone, in trying to make amends to the bartender, went out to a particular part in town to try and figure out what was going on. And a couple issues occurred. They were expecting a siren of sorts, but what they found was a weird creation of some kind, and as well as the mist behaving quite weirdly and dangerously from being so close to town. In fact, in the most populated area, their tourist section of sorts. Quite strange. And after this brief fight, this is where we return to tonight's episode.
So, I'm breathing heavily,
Yes.
and I look anywhere where Adlar and Tugun are, which I know they're a distance away from the fight. I just go, I'm a warlock, and I fought face to face with this bitch. Where were you two?
I'm not a professional, but I think I'm bleeding out over here.
You're
I
You're
think my
bleeding out?
intestines are coming out. I think.
I'd like to take a look at him.
Take a look at me, please, Johnny. Kill the fuck out of me.
That's a great point, Johnny. Why am I not healed?
I'd like to identify the illness or damage he's taken. See if I can do anything about it.
Give me a medicine check.
Die.
Oh.
What would that to be a 12?
Yikes.
Looking at Adler's
I rolled a
body,
4.
it's a little bit strange. What you can tell is that he is in pain and he is heavily wounded. However, it seems like the wounds he has in his body have eroded from either old age or necrosis and have simply died. Parts of his body have simply just died. And his body is trying to recover by replacing those parts of his body as quickly as they can.
And that's Adlar or me?
That is Adler.
Okay.
You,
Johnny,
you on the other hand, you didn't have any HP permanently.
I think I did. I have a max of 43, and I'm down to a max of 22.
Well, that must be fucking
You
nice.
find it very. You find both their wounds very similar in that regard.
So, Johnny,
Mhm.
heal and help everyone you can. I'm going to go talk to the bartender. I know it's a distance away, but I'm going to go talk to him. Everyone else, please, for the love of every patron, god, and goddess on this planet, stay the fuck here.
Well, if you stay about here for about 10 minutes, I can try doing some magic on you.
I'm fine.
Okay, okay.
I'm going to go, and you help. Adlar,
Yeah.
don't mention the Lich again.
What? I
Dude.
didn't mention him in the first place.
Two Gun, shut up. The rest of the crew has abandoned us and left because they were pieces of shit.
Speaking of which, the other crew members that were with you finally have run off.
No, they're gone. They're bitches completely. So you gotta stay here and heal. Because I know Adlon needs it. Two Gun, I don't know if you need it. I just don't want you anywhere near me.
What? I think I'm gonna puke.
Yep, there you go. I'm
I'm not this fucking old. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna head back to the bar.
Did
and
it,
talk
Nubbins?
to our old friend. What's his name again?
Give me
It
a
was a
Leon
bartender,
second.
right?
Sibel.
Leon Sibel, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Leon.
Levy.
All you guys,
Alright.
please stay here and do not follow me.
I feel like it'd probably be a bit
I couldn't
safer on
even
the
if I
ship.
want, even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
And go to the ship. I'm
Okay,
gonna
you two
go.
stop fucking flirting, Johnny. I really need some.
That's a great
Yes,
point.
okay.
Johnny, take as much time as possible before you hear Adlar. I'm gonna go talk to Leon.
Julian, if I die, I'm killing you.
You know, I want to see you try. So I'm gonna go talk to Leon. You go ahead and die there, and then tell me later you're gonna kill me.
Fuck off.
Okay, well, would I know if I would be able to hear what I saw?
The wounds that they have done, you can heal them to where it looks like their wounds have been bruised. But the wounds that have been eroded, it doesn't seem like your magic will be able to help those. You could certainly try, depending on the spell that you have, but you're unsure if the capabilities that you have currently can successfully do what you need to do.
I think I could try doing a prayer of healing.
You certainly could.
Well, I'd like to try to say a few words to try to get them to bolster up to gain a few hit points.
You know, Johnny,
What can I help you with?
you know, I feel like the best that I can be, but I'm still in pain. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I can't get any better than I am right now, and yet I am dying. Why do I feel this way?
Adlar, maybe I give you a healing.
Because you're a bitch. And
Hey,
then,
you're on your left. Go away.
yeah, as I say that, I leave.
Can't miss you till you're gone, Julian. So
Fuck you
bye-bye.
twice in a row.
Shut the fuck up, Two Gun.
I can
Haven't
still
had
hear
any-
you.
Unprotected beddings lately.
Hey, what?
What's the matter in your bed?
And, well, have you had any unprotected beddings? I hear that does that sometimes.
Are you gonna
I
make
don't-
his bed?
I don't think so.
Unprotected sex. He means unprotected sex. Yelling out from a distance.
Stop shouting.
Just whisper. Two Gun will hear you just fine.
And then I whisper it just so Two Gun hears me.
Ah,
Uh,
Adlar, I give you a healing
well,
word.
I'm not
I'm
going to
not
answer that
quite
question.
sure, but I'm going to try to do this. And if it doesn't work, it's above my pay grade, which is weird because I set my own pay grade.
Yes, that's how it works, Johnny. Very well. Very good. Very good. Please just heal me, please. I'm dying. It hurts.
Over the course of 10 minutes, I cast Prayer of Healing, which will heal. I don't think it'll actually do anything because missing maximum health.
It does not.
Yeah, okay.
It heals up all the HP that you have missing, depending on how much. But if that is your max, then it heals none.
Seeing that it didn't actually do much, I'm going to try to play it off and be like, okay, it's a healing process that takes
Yeah.
time. Maybe just rest it
Johnny.
off or something.
Was that supposed to do something?
It takes its time. Just walk it off, take a nap, do something like that.
I
It's-
don't
it's-
physically think I could do either right now, Johnny. It really fucking hurts.
Oh, don't
So-
worry, I got you. I'm going to fireman carry him.
No! Oh, that hurts even more. Oh god,
I'm
gonna
going to
puke.
carry him back to
I'm
the
gonna
ship.
puke. Can I roll Constitution to see if I'm gonna puke or something, whatever?
Sure, absolutely. I
Okay.
will not take that away from you. Go ahead.
I feel like something like
Yeah.
this would probably.
Travis, would you like
So-
to puke?
I'm guessing the rest of you are returning to the boat, and then
I left
Julian's
to
going
go to the bar to see
Yeah.
to see Leon.
Julian is going to see Leon.
That's gonna be a 21 on my con save, so worked out. I
You're
guess.
good.
I almost puke on Johnny.
All right. You
Oh,
guys,
puke on me. You're cleaning it up. You're polishing my armor.
you guys go from the fog hall
Fuck,
to the moon
fuck off and
harbor
walk faster.
and around the park
Sorry.
and towards where you originally started in the small harbor. Now, Julian has gotten a little bit of a head start and is heading more inward towards the bar. And getting a little bit closer, the bar is still silent. There isn't a close sign, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of people, especially outside, and it's quite strange. And in opening the door, you see the circumstance that made it so. There is a man in full leather attire, adorned with a symbol on his left breast. And you very much know this to be the symbol of the current city-state. He is sitting there with multiple guards of the city, one on each side of the door that quickly close the door as you enter. A very nervous-looking bartender who is still sitting there wiping the same glass as you can probably tell for a very long time. And the rest of the guards permeate throughout the room. There are 4 others. So there in total is 6. 1 in each corner and 2 by the door.
This is what Julian sees because he's there first, or this is what we
That
all
is
see?
what Julian sees. The
Okay.
rest of you are going towards the boat.
Got it.
L, am I looking at here?
The man that's sitting in front of you has this the dark cloak over his head, so you can't really see him, and he's currently twiddling around a thing of dice and has a glass of champagne as it brings up. Hello, I've been waiting for you.
Why is everyone in this fucking town waiting for me to enter the goddamn building?
As she lifts the hood over, you see it's actually an elfin woman. Short hair on one side, and the other side is long over, black hair. And it kind of does the whole covering half of the face. But you see the side of the face that's not covered actually has a massive scar that narrowly misses her eye from temple to the corner of her mouth.
Mm.
Julian's
Can
getting the
I-
boner.
Please, can I help you in any way?
Well, normally I'd be seeing the brother, but apparently I've heard that he's dead. You certainly wouldn't think that news like that would go unnoticed, would you? Especially with the harbor master giving us quite the speedy tip on the things of trying to change the ownership of the boat and not being able to find the brother. It's quite strange. Putting two and two together, we need some explanation.
Well, see, here's the thing: is you put two and two together, but you don't actually know any of the story. So this is your bullshit excuse for a reason to come here and try to bully somebody into telling them a lie,
no.
which you want to be the
You-
truth.
You misunderstand me. I am not here to collect anything. I'm just here to collect you and your crewmates. You're needed. You were originally needed for something else, but this makes things all so much more fun. I am
See-
to escort you all to the mayor himself. He wishes to talk with you, not bully you. These are for nightly guards, as you very well know. People are not as kind at night. They're less for me and you and more for the assholes.
Look, you think since we got him killed, or he's dead, or he's still alive, he just doesn't want to fucking be in this town anymore.
So, is he dead or is he alive? One will be better than the other.
Well, see, here's the thing: is you've already tried to tell your opinion of it to me. So, what does your opinion tell you? Because obviously, you're going based off
Well-
of that.
Our stories were half the crew says that he apparently had gone mad and needed to be killed. The other half said it was unjustly so. We're still collecting members of the crew. Most of them are drunk by now. But it's very strange. The very consistency
Well,
is the brutality that rose in the captain and his insanity. That is why you are all being brought in to discuss that matter.
we're here. So, in order to fix certain things, I made a deal with Leon to help me get a crew to basically help me on the seas. Because, yes, he is dead. Because he went insane. He was going to lead every one of us to our deaths and more if he had kept on his journey. This city, maybe not now, but in a couple weeks, probably would have been gone if Jackass had stayed captain. We took it upon ourselves to cleanse the ship of his impurity and his motive of killing everyone and not giving a shit. And in turn, we lost quite a bit of people on it, which is why I made a deal with Leon to help the city by literally just killing the siren. If you cannot tell, I'm bleeding from my fucking scalp. We killed a siren and all of its creatures that were leading people to their deaths.
So it was you that killed the siren,
Well, maybe, yes, it was me that killed the siren.
and it's dead.
You know,
All right. Are you sure it's dead? It's
You
been
know,
killed
I'm-
many times before and come back. It's a very trickery thing.
you see, I've been thinking about that, and I think that we left it with one hit point. Well, here's the thing, too. I'm here, my crew is still there. If it's back alive, they're gonna kill it.
All right.
If you cannot tell, I have lost my patience.
I can tell. It is fine. It is fine. I'm sure. Mm, you
So
are invited to a dinner. If you do not show, it will rain poorly, and the conversation may sour. But nevertheless, you can come with me, or you cannot. But you are still invited to a dinner tonight.
okay, so tonight, can
Leon, are you still collecting the crew, correct? Yes. I, it's going to take a moment. He backs up a little bit and continues cleaning his glass. How about this? The new crew, we can pay for half the crew for a month's worth of journey. I'm sure I can weasel that in. As long as Leon finds the crew, that is, and doesn't try and find too expensive of it. You really would love a conversation with you tonight. And any members that you trust. They're all being collected anyways. The
no?
ones that are too drunk, they'll be put in a holding cell for being too drunk. The others, well, treated a little bit nicer.
So you want? Do you want just me to show up to this dinner, or do you want me, Johnny, Adlar, and Two Gun to show up to this dinner?
If that's all you would like to join, then yes.
But before I agree to show up to this dinner, which I know it probably wouldn't be in my best interest to miss it out, do you mind if I get the room with Leon for about 5 minutes? Which means you all get the hell out so I can talk to him.
Again, these guards are only for assholes. Absolutely. How long should I wait? About 5-10 minutes?
We'll come out and get you when it's time.
That sounds fine with me. Leon, I'm gonna take a table outside and take my glass with me. I'm tired. It's been a long day. She heads outside and the guards follow. And the door closes and Leon is cleaning glass until they go through, and then he just drops the glass in it. Knowing him, his glasses don't break. They're actually pretty cheap and made out of a very weird material, but it actually just clatters on the ground and starts rolling. Well, that's that was interesting. Friend, I'm
Oh,
glad to see you.
I'm your friend again after we got kicked out.
Well, considering on how you compared to her, and you got her out of the room, temporary. You did piss me off, and I'm not going to forget that.
Leon,
Not you specifically, Adva. Sorry, you know how I am.
I know how you are, but you also know how I can be.
Yes, the crew that you've requested, it's only been a couple hours.
Which
I
is
haven't even
fine.
had nearly the amount of. But I
Leon,
found something. Did I tell you about? I've heard stories, and I didn't want to tell you, but I double checked before I was rudely interrupted. There was a woman found upon shore. A woman up the coast. About a couple weeks journey. Strange woman who seemed to brutally murder individuals if they were too rash and harsh. I'm going to look more into what town exactly, but I wanted to let you know she might be out there.
That's helpful. Julie, so, Leon,
Yes?
can you pull your coin out for a second?
He
The
flips
coin I
it out.
gave you.
This one.
Yes, put it on the table.
He does.
This is a coin I designed as the captain of the Ranger. By the way, so taking that lich to the Empire is almost like a patron bond.
Please do.
It is
All
a
right.
patron bond. If I don't do it, I die. If you try to use this coin to any other ranger after I die, their instinct is to kill you. You cannot call upon favors of a dead captain. I need a crew to help me get rid of this lich, which benefits both of us. As in, I don't die, and you can use that favor whenever you want. I don't give a shit who it's to. It could be to the goddamn crewmen who cleaned up the shit on my ship. Any ranger survivor will look at that coin, and as long as I'm alive, they'll do you whatever favor you want.
I
But
could use a favor.
I need you to excuse what happened in your bar. What happened was simply being on the seas for too long drove some of my crew, like Adlar, a bit mad to where he wanted to threaten to get his way, though he didn't mean it. Why in the hell would we think about bringing a lich into a bar, for fuck's sake? Come on, that spells
Oh,
disaster.
Julian, it is all right. It is all right, my friend. You know how wishy-washy I am. It is fine. You did kill the siren, though, right? The siren pays for it. Huh? But do me one little favor, as a friend. If you do go and see the kind of lore of the land, at least this little city-state, do tell me any stories he tells you. He's a very old and weirdly old individual. His lifespan's lived far too long for an orc. Makes things curious, eh? You bring me back a story, all is forgiven, my dear. Trust me. And on top of that, if you bring me the better and better story, you don't have to pay more and more. Sounds good?
I have quite a bit of stories to tell you, but I'll see if I can bring another story back for you. How's that sound?
Good to me. And on top of that, you got to tell me how you killed the siren. Oh, I can't wait to hear it. It will be fun.
Well, I'll tell you how we killed a siren, and I'll tell you the short-lived captainage of Captain Whitebeard,
Sure.
and how his captainage was stopped by a rock.
Sounds good to me, dear. Now, I have work to attend to, and it is awfully late at night. I am awfully tired. After you leave tonight, I will be actually closing the bar. It's been clean, except for that spot that she sat in. I'm just gonna throw away the stool.
Well, my old friend, I'll see what I can do about the people outside. Keep them out of your bar. Even if it means I agree to go to a dinner with them, which I'd rather be speed-bagged in the balls, but...
My friend, you should actually agree. Many people in the town love the mayor. He's actually quite well known for his balls and his charity. He does a lot for the town.
I will definitely consider and I will make sure to tape the mouth shut on Johnny and Two Gun.
It wasn't me.
A little word of advice when you meet him. He's an old fella, but he loves good piracy.
He loves good piracy.
Yes, indeed. That is how he became the pirate king of the main city, yeah?
Well,
But don't try and silence out voices. He is one for freedom of speech and punishing those that overuse it. You won't have to do it, my friend. He'll do it for you.
I mean,
Keep that in mind.
if he ends up killing Two Gun, that's a win for everybody. So,
Oh no, not a win for me. His coinage is oh so appreciated.
Then I'll
The
find a-
specific taste that he has. It would be so hard to find someone to cost that much gold. Don't tell him no.
yep, I know. I will go to this dinner. I will tell him great stories of piracy. I will do what I can, and then I'll come back and pay you a visit.
I should have everything done by tomorrow evening. On the other subject, it's going to take me about a week or so. I need to send an individual out, call upon a couple favors. You've earned it.
And that right there is why you became one of my closest friends.
And it is why you spend all your money at my bars.
Oh, you're goddamn right it is.
That and the ladies. Oh, I did get a new one, but later. Now, I need to close up. Shoo, have fun. Don't die.
I will walk out to the elf woman I was talking to before, and I'll ask her, what time is this dinner?
The Lord eats about late, and he eats quite often, so really, whenever we show up, I'm sure he'll have a feast. It's, she looks around, looks up at night. In about 2 hours, give or take.
Got it. 2 hours. And now, Chase, not
Yeah.
a character. What is his race again?
His the king of
Yeah.
the city, his known race, for what everyone can see, is he is a fairly large orc with very strange features. He is known to have bull-like horns, except for they're not quite bull-like. They seem to have these ridges and come out of the temples of his head and kind of slope down into the front. His skin is fairly dark. But other than that, no other individual, there's no other remarks.
And what's his
Other
name
than-
again?
His name? His name is not well known, other than the captain, his title.
Okay.
And that is what he goes by, is the captain. It's not quite sure why, and he's been in mayorhood for too long for people to know if it's a passed down thing or not. People don't tend to care that too much.
All right. We will be there in 2 hours.
All right, thank you. I'll be sure to tell him. Toodaloo.
Farewell. We'll see you in 2 hours.
As she gets up, jets, and she starts heading off towards what you can assume is somewhere other than here. But definitely,
shit.
actually, Not in the direction of the palace.
Okay, now I'm fucking confused because it might take us 2 hours to find this goddamn party.
You said
immediately
you would see her in 2 hours, and then she starts walking off.
So seeing her walk off in a different direction, in my mind, I'm kind of like, oh fuck, it's not in the same place. And I run back to the ship to try to get everyone as quickly as possible so we can search around and find this goddamn party.
You start bolting. By the way, the rest of the crew, as you're all coming up to the boat, you all see the boat has been unloaded, and there is no one on the boat, except for there is an unusual amount of guards waiting around the entrance of the boat. They're just kind of like leaning on poles and just kind of like waiting. A couple of them are a little bit more like standing completely firm, and a couple of them look over to them and they're just like you'll grow out of it eventually kind of look. And then they look at you all coming down, and then they kind of stand up and start rushing over towards you. Excuse me, are you all right? He's not a drunk. No,
I'm not drunk. I'm just dying, you nimwit.
Oh, he'll be fine. I healed him. He just needs a couple hours.
All
A
right,
couple
all
of
right.
weeks.
Which boat are you on? We can lead you all and at least escort you there. And is whatever you fought dealt with?
Yes, think so.
All right, good. All right. Where's your boat? As they all look around towards the harbor.
It's the big one over
That
there.
one.
Yeah. Johnny, this
Hate to
hurts.
tell you, Jets. You're not going to your boat.
Oh, why
Why
is
not?
that?
Well, you've been called by the mayor of the city, the king. If you're not accepted by whoever the captain is, by the way, who is the never mind, that's going to be determined later. You all are important members of the crew. We've at least determined that much. Maybe?
What did I
Can't
believe
you
in?
see I'm fucking dying?
Is any of you Johnny?
Oh,
We
why
were
would you be
told that
Johnny?
he is one of the most important people to
Oh,
notify.
stop it. You're flattering me.
From a
So you're
distance,
Johnny.
that's fucking bullshit!
I'd be Johnny.
Are
What can I
these
help?
individuals that you would say are important to the crew?
Why you keep
I mean,
asking
important
questions?
enough for me to be carrying.
All right. Well, if you want to get an escort, we're actually told to escort you towards the.
Oh, I don't need an escort. I'm married. I'm a married man.
No, Johnny. A couple of them are just. You're an escort now, Billy. He's like, no, guys, come on. No.
All of you, shut the
Johnny.
fuck up. We can't go to the mayor right now. Johnny, put me down.
Good.
Yeah, we're going to the mayor.
You actually are running, rushing.
I guess I'm
because
just
you
laying
were
there on
quite
the dock.
literally bolting.
I guess I'm just laying there on the dock now with my wounds bleeding out, looking all nasty and old and shit. I'm like, find me a healer and I'll go to your fucking mayor.
Oh, we can stop at any church, mate. They're open all night.
No, that church is not gonna fix this. We need a healer. Maybe one that specializes in necromancy, it looks like. I don't know what this is. Johnny's already tried to heal me. Yeah, well,
Pretty
I'm sure
he
we
just
can
needs
get the
to
gold.
sleep. Walk it off a bit.
Johnny, we've been walking for like 10 minutes.
I have been walking. You've been getting carried.
Yes, and it still hurt like a motherfucker.
Are you gonna take my advice of walking it off? You tried to carry it off.
I
tried to
physically
carry it off.
cannot walk right now.
Julian, you'll be joining the conversation in 3 minutes, just so you know.
Okay, I'll just tell me when I'm in and then I'll jump in.
I'm gonna try and get up. Do I need to roll for it, or am I able to get up?
You're able to get up. I mean,
Slowly.
relatively, like you're fine. You just seem like winded, kind of like you've lost strength in your hands, and the fact of just like you're still able to hold your grip, go quick, but you feel quite not yourself. Kind of like you got seasick.
Well, I stand corrected. I can stand up. Wasn't easy though.
I told you, just walk it off.
Wait, I was gonna say, if you stand correctly, how can
Johnny.
you stand up?
Please stop saying that. It's not going to make it any easier for me, alright? And I doubt at this pace, we're probably going to miss the dinner. I don't know how fast I can walk. I feel like I've lost a lot of strength from this. Hell, I think my voice even got deeper.
Well,
Maybe I'm just
Or
tired.
just run it off. If you can't run it, try crawling it off.
it shouldn't take too long, man. Worst case scenario, Billy can carry you, huh? Billy, he'll be your escort. God, guys, damn it.
Nova, you'll be an escort.
Billy, are you immune to HIV?
No, what?
Are you immune to HIV?
They all look at each other.
I lean over to Gun and say, "What the fuck is HIV?"
I think that's high intensity vibrations.
They start talking to each other. Is that some kind of slang?
I think that's a musical term.
It's a virus in the blood.
He
No one
goes up,
knows
looks
if-
at his skin.
Nobody
Well,
knows if they have it, but
look
if they...
I mean, I don't. I look pretty fine to me. All in all, I must be immune.
That's not how it works.
Well, wait, nothing to clap about.
It spreads from blood to blood contact. Or blood to skin, or whatever else I fucking read. Which means that I may have it, and if you
I'll-
carry me, you may get it too.
I'll put gloves on. I mean, this works. Wait, hold on. When the hell did I start carrying him? Hell no. This might
no,
be
takes these
some-
back
And they
seats.
just
No, fuck
start
it, fuck
arguing
it.
with each other real quick.
I'm just gonna walk. Slowly.
By this time, Julian shows up.
Guys,
Oh,
we only have
Julian.
about 2 hours to figure out where the hell a party is that we have to go to with the mayor. So we gotta really move fast if possible.
They turn around.
Not you two.
Who are you?
Oh, hi, I'm Julian Vane. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Oh, he's my number 2.
Shut up. Adlar looks
he's
injured.
important?
I will
What?
hurt you.
What?
Adlar looks injured. Please, for the love of God, carry him. 2 guns, shut up. Johnny, just come with me.
All right, Billy. All right, Billy, you carry him.
Two guns not getting HIV.
Guys,
Oh, hey, you, and I point right to Billy without even knowing. Hey, you, can you carry Adlar? Be careful, he has HIV.
We don't know if I have HIV, Julian, alright?
He puts.
Sorry, that's what, he's an escort? Dude, do I have to pay you now to carry Adlar? For fuck's sake, I don't want to pay extra money for a prostitute.
He just shakes his head, puts on his heavy chainmail gloves, puts the rest of his stuff on, grabs his spear, and his spear actually has like a sash, so he can put it over his shoulder, and he does so. And then he just walks over to Adlar and shaking his head. Oh, fuck.
Don't worry. I don't like this any more than you do. Let's just get
And
it
just
over with.
picks him right up like fireman
Oh,
style,
God.
and now he's over the shoulder.
Why is
Alright,
this hurting
let's
me
go.
more?
And he starts walking.
Alright, guys, so we gotta go to this dinner. We have 2 hours to get there. And I don't know if it's in the main castle or not because the people had walked a different direction. So, Adlar, if you're okay, you'll
The
probably be
guards start
carrying this
looking
to us.
back. Guys, yeah, of course it's in the palace. Why
What
wouldn't you
the-
think that? Come on,
'Cause
let's
the-
go.
Because the people who told me about it walked a different direction.
Who told you?
An elven woman.
Oh, fuck. Glad you didn't follow her. Just be
What?
glad.
Huh? Was I about to get?
Oh, you wish.
No, I don't. I'd rather get butt fucked by Two Gun.
Wait, really?
Let's just say the safe word was yes.
Let's just
As
say
they
the
keep
safe word is
walking
let's
down.
get the fuck out of here.
They start walking in towards the palace, towards the
I feel
towards the
important.
bridge.
I feel important, so I just start striding along with them.
They give you plenty of berth and let you lead the group and full on like main escort type thing where for once Johnny is at the forefront of all this. Two Gun, you are muted, just so you know.
Not anymore.
Walking
Dude.
forward, you guys actually walk over to the bridge, and then the giant gates that guard the noble district open up as they give a salute, and then the next guards actually relieve them of duty. These ones are a lot more armored, a lot more to the T, book for book kind of jets, and actually go up and give you an escort straight to the next section. There's no deviation, there's no messing around, no talking, no joking, whereas in the previous group would actually joke, talk, and have a little fun, would slack off, not hold their pole. These guys are rigid and firm. Think British palace guards type, where they are walking up with a purpose, left, right, straight up to the next up. The pathway that you guys are going on is well paved. There's actually gardens and homes. These homes are well built and well nice. They're mixed between, some of them have marble pillars, some of them are much smaller and more kind of older, richer design, where it's that kind of old architect. Some of that is newer, where it's much more wooden but still nice, where it has the nice roofing on top and these bright, vibrant colors. And there's a nice, weird mixed match of noble kind of houses in this district. But as you're walking up, you see these massive bridge that goes from the noble side to the other, that seems to be able to be pulled up and pulled back and pulled forward, where it kind of retracts and goes back in. And right now it's sealed against your side and is actually brought so the bridge is level. And right on the other side, there are these massive dark oak doors with these giant knockers. The knockers have these
Shut up,
skulls
Dave.
that attach the chains down, and at the chains, as I recall, have a symbol of a giant sea creature that has multiple tendrils, kind of wrapping around an unsuspecting ship and dragging it to the depths of the ocean. The actual skull itself has these kind of devilish horns that kind of go up to the side, and ornating the side of the skeleton are these kind of old copper styles, so they've turned green, kind of floral design that kind of accentuates the entirety of the skull on the knocker on both sides. And to the left and to the right, you immediately feel like you're being watched as two giant guardian statues in full armor, size of the door, stand tall. They're these weird stone-like um, texture that seem almost too real, almost too detailed. Like the craftsman was like reaching perfection on the detail. The armor is perfect. There are difference in like heights in each piece. You actually feel like the chainmail on these individuals is chainmail. And looking into the kind of helmet of the individuals, you don't see eyes, but you feel the presence looking upon you as you guys go up to the door. And the door nearby has these royal guards that are in pure black obsidian clothing. The armor is obsidian with black capes with green interiors, very different from the rest of the town. These are the specific palace guards that are adorning the colors of the current standing mayor or king. Either one works. But they are standing guard right outside and they greet you as you approach.
Hi there. My name is Julian Vane, and we got invited to a dinner with His Majesty and or the captain.
Royal guard look over, nod, and take one of the doorknobs and three sets of two knocks before finally the doors drop an inch before they start sliding inwards and then fully in. As they start swinging open, you see a grand hall before you.
Right.
So far, but there's a grand hall. It's open. Do you guys enter?
Before I enter, I want to look at everybody. Johnny, be yourself, but not too much like yourself. Adlar, please start walking on your own. Two Gun, continue to shut up. Let's go.
You all enter?
I go in.
Carried.
I'd
I'm
follow.
being carried.
You guys go in,
God.
and immediately the bright light hits you. As before you entered the door, you had no idea there is a party going of commoners, of nobles. Everyone is just having a blast. People from faraway lands, from close lands, everyone's just talking in this massive open hall. The open hall has these giant black pillars where these dragon statues kind of stand tall in a kind of paw-like pose, holding up these pillars. And they form, there's three pillars on each side and three statues to match them. All the way at the end, you see these massive kind of Game of Thrones style chair where instead of swords, it's actually giant dragon bones that jut out from the side. And behind the throne itself is a massive black dragon skull. And the only reason why you know that is because the horn style is of a massive black dragon that kind of curves around and is embedded into the side of the walls as the mouth kind of opens up so you can't see the bottom and the top hovers over the chair. The hall is adorned with all kinds of people, commoners, nobles, they're all kind of chatting. No one kind of looks at you weirdly. And the floor itself is this kind of weirdly smooth but almost tactile pieces on the floor. And it's a mixture of the red row and most of it's this black looking marble. and but on the main path, it has purple, then gold, then silver, and then red, all through up into the main throne chamber. But this is the room that you come into. The party's loud, everyone's talking, and there's a figure standing very tall nearby the throne, but not quite sitting in it, talking, laughing, and looking around. This figure is about 9'7" to your estimation. You're not quite sure. It's quite tall, but possibly when you get closer, he's probably taller.
Billy, it's your name, right, Billy?
There's no one by. Oh yeah, Billy was carrying you,
Okay,
so
yeah.
he's the only one standing.
You can you can put me down now. I'll
He
be fine.
sets you down. Yep. And he just goes straight off, grabs a glass from one of the nobles, and they're like, ah! And he's like, ah, fuck you, and starts drinking, walking off.
Okay. Yeah, it was interesting.
You guys see an assortment of other captains inside here, all having a nice drink with their crewmates and a lot of people. It seems to be a night of celebration. And eventually the figure up near the throne looks over as he's smiling and he greets all of his guests. But he looks onto your group and immediately exits the conversation and disappears into the crowd.
Is there like a buffet table with food?
What was that?
Is there a buffet table with food?
I cannot hear you.
I can.
I can barely hear him at all.
Yeah.
Well, you're something.
Is that better?
Huh?
Say it again.
Try again.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh wait, no, say something.
Is this better?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit better. Just
Sound a little
speak a bit
distant.
louder if you can.
Haven't changed anything. Is there a buffet table with food?
There is a buffet table with food on the left and the right side. The left side seems to be primarily meats and local delicacies. On the right, however, is exported delicacies and fruits and sweets. Maybe it's kind of like a mishmash of you don't know what you're gonna get. There is also wine on the right and ale on the left. There's taps on each side.
I'm gonna just find an empty place just to sit and rest a little bit. I'm not gonna attract too much attention to myself necessarily. Just kind of sit down somewhere and rest while I wait.
Why that way? So we
Well,
don't.
I'm not gonna
Soon
eat or
as
drink
you
anything though.
as you guys are still standing there, a hand presses upon. Ooh, whose shoulder should it be? There's currently two of you. Which one should I do? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Johnny, you feel a massive hand grab upon your shoulder, and then the other hand grab yours, Julian.
Oh,
Welcome to the party, friends. As a
Oh, it's good to be
massive
here.
orc face kind of leans in, not relatively close, but with his big stature, seems close.
Mhm.
And you see his massive horns kind of come up and twirl up. Come! We have something to discuss. Yes, do we not? And he puts an ale in each of your hands. Come, let us talk more privately.
Do I see this with my passive perception?
Yes, you do. You see him grab the two of them and start walking
Fuck
off to
yeah!
the side door.
I'm gonna attempt to cheers with Julian.
Oh,
Why don't
are
I
you
see that?
hungry? Oh, hold on. Excuse me. I'm a rude guest. Would you like to grab something to eat before we begin? I certainly would. He goes up and picks up a whole boar leg, like full foot to like butt cheek, picks it up and starts gnawing, like ripping off pieces of it as he starts gnawing off and walking to the side.
You like three guys and you do not like the single girl here.
It's the
What do you
married
got?
jackass.
I will follow behind when they start walking, I guess, slowly, because I can't move that
I'm
fast.
going to grab some meat.
Nice to meet
Uh,
you.
Also, the cup that you see, he never has it filled, and it always is full. And it seems to be engraved in like this gold and black, but also has this kind of green emerald like inset. So it has the this like nice engraving that pops out that's gold, but behind it is this green emerald. And he kind of brings you over. Come on. Let's not dilly-dally too long, otherwise others are going to want to talk to me. And I'm in too much of a good mood. He rips off another piece as he keeps on walking forward. The attire that he is wearing is kind of Russian coat style, where it kind of goes all the way to the floor. And it has this kind of dark green outer exterior and this kind of red interior, where on the edges it has this kind of silver, but flashes gold. And then the kind of clothing that he's wearing is like fur related and has this nice kind of wool feeling to the coat. And his clothings, other than that, seem to be um, more regal in attire. The shirt that he's wearing is highly engraved with more hues of green and the silver that seems to kind of portray on his entire chest this kind of floral pattern.
I'm going to follow behind, but I'm not going to eat or drink anything.
He goes up to one of the side. People keep on trying to talk to him, and he's like, excuse me, dear friend. Oh, I know you would like to talk to me, but you haven't got the balls to interrupt me. And he just keeps on going and making joke. Like, each joke he makes, each individual appreciates in a different kind of light. And he knows the kind of jokes he can tell with each individual. And it's kind of this kind of get down to earth kind of feel. It's real weird, and you're not quite used to it, especially in the cutthroat out in the city or out in the other lands. This is kind of a weird feeling. But he does lead you into a side chamber, and he opens up the door and leaves it cracked a little bit as he enters it and lets you two enter. The room that
Can
you
I
enter,
enter? Do I?
you could. You see the door still open.
I'll do it. I'm not going to be super stealthy. I'll like be stealthy, but I'm not going to like try and do it on purpose necessarily. I'm just being quiet to not attract attention to me from the other people.
You enter the room and immediately he shuts the door. And as he shuts the door, you guys are now open to a beautiful library. Unexpectedly, with his giant pig leg and his alcohol in hand, he brought you to this kind of very clean. It's got this nice royal rug on the ground that looks like if you were to dig your feet into it, it would be like putting your feet through a polar bear's fur. It looks very soft. And the books ornating the side of the walls. Each have different kind of colors and um, a variety of books on every side. And the chairs that sit there have these kind of green trim instead of the silver or gold. It looks a lot more humble, but not at the same time. There's also a lot more dragon teeth to kind of ornate the sides, the corners of the room, and there's a kind of mini skeleton of a dragon on one of the tables that kind of wrap around a kind of candlestick, and the opening of the dragon is where the candlestick was set. So it kind of looks like the dragon is constantly breathing fire and light. And he has multiple of those throughout the room. And he lights them up. But without touching them, he kind of flicks his hand in the general direction all of them light as he sits in one of the chairs. Oh! So, my brother's dead? Tell me true.
He is, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Finally. Someone has the balls to do it.
Wait,
Look,
you're not
your
mad?
brother died because he was corrupt
know.
by cursed gemstones and terrible things like that. He's going to lead everything we know as pirates, as in this town and our ship, to devastation if he goes away.
He stole an old stone.
Yeah, he did. I remember him fucking almost sleeping with that thing every night.
It was called the Devil's Kiss. It left you less than yourself. I told him not to take it, but the apparent freedoms that I have given him allowed him to take it without my knowing. You punished him out in the seas, I presume. Well done.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. And then we can tell you the great story of how we had another captain after him that lived about a whole, 2 days?
Julian, dude, let him talk. I'm not in the mood to
Hello?
listen to what you have to say, alright? I just want to hear what he's got and let's go.
Hey, hold on. I like a
look.
good story.
He likes stories.
King,
You-
Captain, Julian, shut up,
Ad-
hold on.
Adlar,
I need
I'm going to say this here and now. You are on thin ice since the bar incident with me. I don't want to hear shit from you until you make up for it. You understand me?
Look, dude, I just want to talk to him real quick, alright? I don't have a lot of time for this, so just
Why
trying
not?
to get I'm just trying to get the conversation over with. I really am not feeling well right now.
I'm not feeling well either, and I'm bleeding. I'm constantly bleeding, and I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm
I
here
cannot
too.
have this happen. Immediately he drops the leg, raises his hand, and you see this kind of bright, scarily at first, kind of green glow, and you're afraid it's necrotic energy, but it's actually weird. It radiates from his hand, and he kind of touches immediately not only Julian but Adler at the same time. You see him close his eyes, and both of you are not healed, but your maximum HP is now back to normal.
Ow.
I feel slightly better.
I do not.
Now I can't do everything. I presume you have a healer. Well, potions. I'm not gonna do everything. What? I like conversations. He picks it up off the ground, and you see where he actually left it. The moment it pops off the ground, all the sludge that was kind of left disappears and cleans itself.
That's
And he kind of rips
Huh.
and keeps on eating. Now I may be intoxicated, I may be not even full to my stomach while I'm eating this. As you see, he's eating. All of his teeth seem to be these razor sharp teeth as he bites into it, and you hear the ripping sound as it gets louder and louder, the more as he intently, purposely rips it. But I love a good story. As he rips off the whole leg and slurps it into his mouth, and the whole bone is dry as he pops it to the ground.
So, why did you invite us to your dinner? If it wasn't to punish us for killing your brother? I'm a little confused right now with
Well,
it.
to reward, aye, that ship was a gift to the best captain around. It allowed a lot of privileges. I need to revoke all of those. But it's all right, not all of them. Most of them.
What do you mean, privileges? With the ship?
What's the town?
With the town?
Free docking, access into the city. You all, as becoming a part of the crew, got used to not having to pay the tax for coming into the city. When if my brother is not sailing it and he is indeed dead, you will need to pay the taxes from henceforth. But as my gift, you will not have to pay it for this time of coming into the city.
I didn't know there was a tax. Okay.
Well,
good to know for next
there
time.
is a tax, just so you know.
Anything else we should
Yes,
know?
actually, I heard from a little birdie you killed the siren.
Yeah.
Seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, as he kicks out from underneath his chair a chest that kind of scoots across the floor, and you actually see it scrape and break the flooring underneath. But at the same time, behind it, it repairs itself as he kicks it across the floor, and the kind of lid flops open as it tumbles, and half of it just lands right onto the ground as gold comes out of it. Should be 150 gold for your troubles, and fine.
Do you mind if I count it real quick?
Right in front of my face. I'm kidding. You go ahead. I don't mind. As you see, he starts tapping his fingers upon the side of the chair. Each of his fingers have these black obsidian claws as he taps, and you can audibly hear. You wish to count. I love counting gold. God, how I miss it. And you see him dig a couple of his fingers into the chair and kind of scrape it, breaking it.
You know, actually, I was pretty good at math, and by looking at its dimensions, I think that's exactly 150. Don't even need to count.
All right. Fine by me. He waves his hand, the chest kind of plops back up and closes. Now, I need a captain to pilot that ship. Don't ask me why, but a captain must always pilot that ship. So the last thing I need is to not have that ship piloted by a leader. So, each of you will give me your own reasons for becoming captain. And then there'll be a vote among yourselves on who will be captain. I really hope you choose the right decision. Don't make me decide.
Now,
It's gonna be between you two. I really don't want to be captain.
What two are you talking about? Because I don't want to be captain. I'm literally here just because I'm buddies with Julian.
That settles it, Julian. So you're the captain now, eh?
Oh,
great.
I'm very happy that I bestowed this honor. I just have
No.
one question. You listen to him? I
Shake my
intend.
hand and make it a deal.
You're like two
I
guys.
shake his hand.
You immediately see a flash of green energy as both your hands kind of circle. Now, you swear under oath to obey the only laws that we have.
Remind me the laws again.
You can do whatever you desire. No slavery. And if you touch a child, you're dead.
Well, I mean, when have I ever enslaved someone and fucked children, in all honesty? I don't even want kids of my own.
There you go. Those are the only rules that I invoke in this city. Those are the only rules of the pirate code. Now, will you honor them until you die?
What was that? I couldn't hear.
Will you honor that until you die?
I was about to say, on this ship it might be sooner than I think, so absolutely.
Will you never serve any other empire?
Man, fuck the Empire.
Good. Now, last one. Will you be honest and serve your greed and wants above all else?
Of my greed above all else?
And wants.
And what
Wants.
UANTS.
does that mean?
Whatever you
Oh,
want.
fuck yeah.
Then you are the
It's been a long
captain
day.
of the boat. The ship is yours. And he releases, and the green energy actually goes around and curls, and you see the name of your ship engraved onto the side of your arm as fresh ink.
Captain King.
Yes?
Captain King, not you.
The captain.
The captain, yes. You mentioned a tax for the city. How much is the tax so we know how much to pay when we go in next time?
It's about 5 silver for entering the city
Oh, that's not so bad.
per day.
Oh. That
Alright.
don't know why I expected less. Thank you. captain.
This is the main city, and it pays for all the gods and all the splendor. And also for the rules of the pirate code to be more severe and more precise. You can't kill anyone in here. I protect you. You're protected.
So you're not here to punish us. You
No.
and your brother.
No, you killed them out in the ocean that obeyed the pirate code. In fact, it made you all captain. I just had to settle it straight and figure out who was going to be a part of the pirate circle that we have. Of course, you all will be eventually given your own town. Don't expect it to be much. It's honestly going to be a pile of rubble in the middle of nowhere, but it's yours. Good luck trying to make it into something. There's a pirate that seemed to have pissed me off lately, and I'm in a good cheerful mood. The deed should be in that chest. Good luck trying to bring up that little shithole. It's literally 5 buildings in the middle of nowhere. Good luck.
Which captain do you speak of? Maybe we could help in some way? Or
I
not.
do not speak of anyone that pisses me off.
Very well.
Keep that in mind for the future. Now go and enjoy my party. I am bored with you.
You know, I'm not shocked that you're bored with us because we are quite boring. Thank you for your audience.
If you find a story, feel free. It's a story to get into the party.
I mean, if they want to all go somewhere, I can tell you how our latest captain, not your brother, the captain after him, died by a rock.
I would
Johnny-
love to hear.
Johnny, would you mind helping me with the chest of money here? You
No.
enjoy and stay.
Instantly.
Yeah, so Chase, as they leave, I go on the grand old tale of how Captain Whitebeard died by a rock. Not that rock. The actual rock.
Did you smell what it was cooking?
I'm gonna go find two
I
guns
like you,
with the
Julian.
money.
I'll tell you what. You settle a problem I've been having up north, and maybe I can get you some more resources to bump up the town. Get you some more people to pay for taxes. How about that?
What do you need help up north with?
There's a shark that seems to be killing people in a town that seems to have a little bit of favor with me. Get rid of the shark by any means, and you earn yourself a little bit more leeway, and let's just say I'll bump up your town a little bit.
I need 75 pounds of gunpowder.
Wait, didn't Johnny and I leave?
Yeah.
I said that to Two Gun.
Two Gun's not there. Two Gun didn't
Two
follow
Guns
us in.
not even there. You're just
So I
alone
kind of
with
go
them.
like, oh, everyone's gone. Well, yep, no, fuck it. I'm going to find a way to get 72 pounds of gunpowder and blow that shark to Kingdom Come.
Sounds good to me. Is it a deal? And he hands out his other hand.
How early would you like this done? Because we do have a mission that threatens my life if we don't complete it.
Half a year.
Half a year, 6 months. Well, would you be able to extend the time if we're saying what our mission is, what we're doing right now, is a way to fuck the Empire a bit more?
You're not lying, are you?
I'm absolutely not lying. In all honesty, we are literally going to give the Empire something that's just going to fuck them for the next, what, how many years? 10 years?
I'm not there.
All right, I'll extend it. Until you solve it, it'll be your problem. Just don't make me regret it.
Hi, I wouldn't make you regret it. Shark meat tastes delicious.
Make sure to bring me some. Here,
Absolutely.
as he pulls up from the side and starts writing down the contract and leaves out the period of time to be dated and hands you the contract to sign on completion, not now.
On completion. You got it. I
The
think my
city that you need to go to is called Gunziamar.
How do you fucking spell that?
That's a great question.
Conziamar.
Con-
CONZIA space MAR.
CONZIIA
That's the
space what?
MAR.
MAR.
And that's the town with the shark.
Mm-hmm.
Shark Town.
Fantastic.
Shark Town.
Shark Town.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna try and find Two Gun with the money. Johnny and I are gonna go find Two Gun somewhere in the party.
All right, you
So-
go ahead. Two Gun, what are you doing during this period of time?
You're muted,
Muted.
Two Gun. I was waiting
Every
for it.
fucking session, I love it.
My cuckoo clock goes off every 15 minutes.
Oh,
But turn that off. Two-Gun waiting over by the buffet table. He's got a plate full of cheeses and some nice meats, and 2 or 3 of the ladies have migrated over to keep me company. Edlar, what you got?
it's too good. We didn't die. We got paid. And I feel better. He cured me somehow.
So I'm not going to be captain?
Julian's actually captain.
I thought Julian'd be dead by now.
I think he is by signing the contract of being captain, but time can tell. No.
Actually, I thought you'd be dead by now too.
You know, he actually cured me. I'm actually speaking of that. Johnny, could you give me a little bit of healing, or are you tapped for the night?
Well, I'll give you a pat on the back, and I cast Cure Wounds, which is at 2nd level and my last spell slot.
That's your own prerogative.
Oh. That's nice. That's not bad.
Edlar, what's in the
Looks
box?
like a 15 health.
How much?
15 health.
15. All right.
Wow.
I feel great. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much. I feel a lot
happy
better.
to help.
Is there
Um,
anything you guys would like to accomplish at the party?
I kind of want to get the gold away from people at this party.
But Edlar, what's in the box?
All right. Two-Gun. Turn around. Turn around. And I'll open up a little bit.
Is this like a 360?
You turn around and he opens it up a little bit, and you see shining gold kind of come out from the chest a little bit.
Oh, Edlar, where you get all the?
Do not finish that sentence. Two-Gun.
The sentence. What was it?
He was gonna ask for how to get so much gold.
Two-Gun. Please stop finishing
Two-Gun.
your sentences.
Well, you
I'm gonna go put this chest of emptiness on the ship so we can put stuff in it later.
if it's empty, we put some cheese in it. It's really good cheese.
Oh,
I
then
don't want to put cheese in it. It's not a cheese chest, Two-Gun.
But it's yellow too.
once you get back
Okay,
to the ship,
alright.
you could probably try opening up the other empty chest.
All right, let's go. Let's go back to ship. Bye, ladies. Thank you for your company.
Julian actually comes out during this time. Do you guys all want to head back?
I would like to, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a decent conversation. We got lots of missions to do.
You guys heading back eventually get back to your ship, and all of you just so what do you want to do? Start counting out the coins, counting out all what you got?
I have it somewhere with how much
If
money we owe
if he
people.
pulls out the money, I immediately get a chill up my spine, and I immediately tell Two-Gun, shut up.
He's
See.
been out there for an hour. He's so bossy already.
Two-Gun, in all honesty, I honestly, God, do not think you have a filter on you. I do not think you actually possess the ability to have a filter. You say whatever comes to mind, and about 67% of the time, it fucks us.
If I have this correct, Chase, does
Mhm.
632 gold sound correct for how much we owe, or would it be less than that? I can't remember what the total was.
I believe it is that amount, correct?
632. Okay. Okay. So we've got about 150 gold here. We could use this in the fight that Johnny and I are planning on doing, because we still need. If we minus the 150, there's a 630 again. We still need like 480 more gold to pay off the rest of the crew.
I thought we calculated out to be 126 gold for the crew.
I mean,
Minimum wage.
I don't know what the total was.
We'll have to look back into it.
Yeah, we'll have to.
It might have been 360.
It was something 60, but We were relatively close. We just needed a few extra gold pieces.
I mean, I have 101 gold written down here, but it's like separate from other things, and I'm confused. It's either 360 or 101 gold. I don't know if 101 is what we have
I have
or what we owe.
119 in my inventory.
So it might be 101 gold that we need left then.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
so.
I think so. Okay. So we have enough gold here to pay off the rest of the crew. And we have some left over to spend on ourselves. Maybe use it in the fight if we want to make a little more money. I don't know. Doesn't I mean if we pay off what we have the rest of the crew for, we'd have about 49 gold to spend between each other.
Hmm.
So we could do that and then I don't know, pay for what we want to get, but that doesn't leave us with much money to do much else. I don't really know how we want to divide this up. Besides, I'm gonna take away the gold just for paying off the crew. Not gonna take it away, but I mean, I'll mark it down so that we see how much we have left.
Hmm.
Anybody have any ideas?
I think we maybe could use it to gamble in the fight.
I think we sleep on it. We're all in pain.
Are we gonna pay the crew tonight? Or are we gonna pay them in the morning?
In the morning.
All right. I
If
will
someone
put.
needs them.
I'll put the chest in. I'll keep it in Johnny's quarters, and Johnny. Obviously, I'll tell him that nobody can get in the chest unless it's one of us four.
Please, for the love of God,
Gotcha.
don't give the chest away to someone.
And the safe word so that we know it's us and not someone else like the Lich is going to be heal me. I need healing.
You guys can.
I need healing. I need healing.
Yeah.
This is
like
a great idea
Actually,
with
no.
Johnny.
A better one. Two Gun has a headache.
I thought you were the one that had the headache.
Shut your mouth. Two Gun has a headache. Actually, or we can make it a great Two Gun quote. How do you know Tank's secret recipe?
Oh.
Okay, well, I am going to take the chest and take the shackles that were keeping the people chained together overnight that I didn't know about. I'm going to wrap the chest around and then clamp it to the bottom chain of my chain hammock.
All right.
You all start going to bed.
Okay.
Right?
Before Johnny goes to bed, I'll just talk to him real quick. We could make this a little easier instead of having to say a whole fucking phrase on. So why don't you just ask us? If someone comes in and asks for the chest or whatever, you can ask him who's the captain of the ship. Because only the four of us know. I think that would be, easier.
I guess, but I mean, I'm pretty good at seeing what people for who they really are.
I know you are, Johnny. Not everyone knows that about you.
I feel like switching it up with just the two of us knowing this code and other people thinking it's a different code would make it confusing for everyone.
Well, it's not going to be confusing because you would ask him, who's the captain of the ship. The only people who know that are us four. I'm not really switching anything up. You're just asking them a question.
So it's a follow-up to the Two Gun has the headache thing.
Are we doing Two Guns a headache? I thought we were doing who knows Tank's secret recipe.
Well, so far I've heard a healing word.
We have too many
and
things.
a headache.
No one can do it right. We all have different things.
There's like 4 safe words now.
I agree with the fact we all have different ones. Two Gun, when you come up, you're like, oh, tell me about the Lich. Mine
Let's
is,
not do that.
how do you know Two Gun's secret recipe? And Alvar's
Thanks.
is go ahead and climb up to the crow's nest.
Watch out for the slippery spot.
Okay, but what is mine, so I know that I am me?
Just say that, did you? Please tell me you didn't just say that.
Johnny, I'll ask you a question that you cannot possibly answer wrong.
You'd be surprised.
No, Johnny, you would be surprised.
Oh boy.
All
Alright.
I'm gonna
Well,
remind you.
Good night, Johnny. I'm gonna get
Okay.
some sleep now.
Night, night.
Out of character, Travis, I'm gonna remind you. This is the man who, one, can only read Abyssal, not common, and can only count to -4. Whatever
I know.
fucking question you ask him,
How high can you count?
No one can
-4.
answer.
That's the answer. If I ask him, hey, if I ask Johnny, hey, how high can you count? He's gonna say -4. It doesn't matter what answer he has. If it's like, if someone says a legit answer like, oh, I can count to 300, it's not Johnny. But if it's something stupid like negative or like 5, it's probably Johnny.
I've been working on it, but I forgot.
So,
That would be Johnny.
as you all start going to bed, Julian, you feel a knife go up to your throat and a kiss to your cheek. Hey, what's up, Sugar Plum? You missed me, as the knife retracts, and the very similar coin that you created pops in front of your face. I still got it. Boo boo. As it comes back.
Why the
And
fuck
that's where we're going to end it.
did you have to kiss me on the goddamn cheek?
Could have been
You
worse.
could have just slit my throat. That would have made things so much better.
At
Alright.
least I wouldn't have had a boner before I die. I mean, hey, look,
Now,
I've overdosed on Viagra once. Hardest day of
quick,
my life.
thanks to all of our viewers, our subscribers. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and click that notification button. And also, any comments on how we're doing, how you like things, any critical comment, good or bad, we can also take that to improve in the future. So thank you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.